They're a good team. They're a good team. They're a Pac-12 team, and they got athletes, and they'll make us work, and they can play. So it'll be a good matchup for us, and we look forward to teams that will play against us too, because we get to play too. So we're looking forward to two tough ones. They got Oregon, then Oregon State right after that on Sunday. So we're looking forward to it, and hopefully a good test for us.
I think if anybody walked into our locker room, they wouldn't have known when we were going into last weekend that we'd lost 3 games in a row. I don't even think I really realized that that was the case until somebody told me. But I think our team is constantly communicating with each other in regards to how we can get better. Those conversations are happening, on and off the field. I think there is a really strong belief and buy-in into the way that we want to play and into the culture that we're trying to create here. If there wasn't that buy-in, I don't think we would have been able to come back from being down in a game. I don't think we would be sitting at 4-3. I don't think the attitudes and the energy that they're displaying, win or lose, would still be pushing us in the right direction. So I really have been extremely impressed with this team's ability to bounce back and also at the same time continue to grow and take steps forward throughout the season. Focus, whether it's your first game or the last game of the season, exceptionally important. We're not at liberty to be able to take time off or take our eye off who the next opponent is. And regardless of what they're doing in school, every time that they come onto the field, whether it's in training or in a game, they know that for that next hour and a half or 2 hours, all their brain power has to be focused on what we're doing on the field. And up to this point, they've done a tremendous job in regards to that. And this is a very motivated group of players. They know and they feel that they have a lot to prove to each other more than anything in regards to what type of team they can be. And so I think that's their motivation, and that gives them focus.
I think mid-season, usually it gets a little harder, but lately it's just we focus on the next game and just practicing each week for our next game and focusing on that. And so I don't feel like it's been as much of an issue this year. I think everyone's just been really focused, and there's just been high energy all the time and new people stepping up when we need them. It's just a different vibe and a different mindset that we all have. All the coaches came in and there was a new vibe, and I think it's just we've been thriving on that and carrying it into our season.
Here at historic Merlo Field for tonight's battle. Pilots 4-3-0 on the year. The Oregon Ducks having a fantastic start of the season, 4-1-1. Well, what can we expect from tonight's rivalry game?
Yeah, Pilots coming off of some good momentum off of last weekend, winning that Nike invite. So hopefully Portland can keep that energy going tonight. And the game between UVO and Portland is always going to be a tough game.
Pilots 1, Ducks 0. The 60th minute penalty for the Ducks. Everett into the corner of the net with the equalizer. 1-1 is the score. Parsons near the top of the 18, makes it all the way through. Curran, the easy finish. And that's the way it ends, but what a second half here at Merlo Field. Oregon holding on for a 2-1 win after the Pilots had jumped ahead with that goal from Taryn Rees. Ducks improved to 5-1-1 on the year. Pilots now an even 4-4.
Each player has a different personality. I can't, and as a staff, we can't motivate each player one way because they're all so different. So all that work's done in the beginning in regards to understanding their personalities and who they are. And you know, one person might need a pat on the back, and one person might need to be a little bit yelled at to be motivated. It's the responsibility of us as a staff to get to know those players off the field and understand what can motivate them. One of the big things, you know, that I learned from Clive was that it's not just about the actual tactical information that you're giving a player. You can talk until you're blue in the face about technical ability and tactics with the player, but until they have trust in you and faith in you, all those are just kind of words to them. And so for me, coaching has always been about building relationships and earning that trust from those players. And I think once you get to that point, you can motivate them the way they need to be motivated. You can talk to them in a way that they know that when I'm having a conversation with them, it's coming, you know, from the deep depths of my heart, and I truly care about them. So I think building that relationship with them is one of the most important things you can do, and then you kind of earn that right to be able to coach them.